If you're downing multiple coffees, but your energy is still crashing by 3 p.m., you're not just tired, you're actually burning out your body's natural energy systems. I see this happen all the time with corporate clients. They'll be crushing meetings, but then lunchtime rolls around and suddenly they've got brain fog and they've got no energy. Today, I'll show you exactly why this happens and the 3 simple swaps that will have you finishing strong at 6 p.m. instead of running on fumes. Because high performers don't just work harder, they fuel smarter. So let me guess your morning routine. You grab a carb-heavy lunch, such as one with bagels or toast, maybe a croissant or 2. Now that spikes your blood sugar, which means that by mid-morning, you crash. And then you go and you grab your second or your third coffee, thinking that's going to solve the problem. But the truth is, too much caffeine throws off your natural cortisol rhythm, which is going to leave you feeling even more tired later on. Throw in some poor sleep from the late emails that you were completing last night, constant decision-making stress, and the fact that your willpower doesn't last as long as you think. It's no surprise that by 3 p.m. you're done. So what's really stealing your energy is not having the right approach when it comes to nutrition as well as supplements, which is why I want to share with you 3 smart swaps that may seem simple, but if you implement them, they will make a huge difference. Okay, so firstly, we want to make sure that we have a high protein breakfast. So swap out the croissants, the donuts, the cakes, the toast, and let's go for a high protein breakfast. Now the reason why this is good is because it's going to make sure that you don't have as high of a blood sugar spike that you usually get from a high carb breakfast, which means that your energy levels are going to be steady throughout the day, preventing you from having that mid-morning or even late afternoon crash. In addition to this, it's also going to help you to hit your protein target, which is going to help you to build muscle metabolism, enabling you to burn more fat. Now, examples of this could be anything from Greek yogurt to eggs, steak. There's so many great examples that you can use. Just make sure it's high in protein. It's going to be what I call movement snacks. Now, these movement snacks are really important because when you're sat down all day, you're not getting much blood circulation, you're going to feel very lethargic, and by just getting up to stretch a little bit, to go for a walk, to do maybe some push-ups on the floor, maybe a couple of star jumps, all of these things are going to help to improve your posture, your circulation, and also to get rid of that lethargy. Number 3 is to utilize caffeine strategically. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up your caffeine. Okay, I definitely wouldn't say that. But what I will say is you want to be careful with how you use it. So if you're having caffeine afternoon and you're going to be in bed by 10 p.m., that wouldn't be the best idea. I'd recommend that you cut off all of your caffeine intake at least 8 hours before you intend to go to bed. The truth is, caffeine stays in your system for very long, so you want to make sure that you leave at least 8 hours before you go to bed for having your last caffeine intake. I'd say about noon for most people is a good time. If you can do earlier, that's even better. But make sure that you utilize caffeine in the morning and not in the afternoon. Now here's where this gets really powerful. So your energy directly impacts your earning potential. When you crash in the afternoon, your decision-making quality plummets. You're slower, you're less focused, which means missed opportunities. But when you can maintain steady energy levels, you make sharper calls, you lead with confidence, and your colleagues and clients notice. The compound effect of consistent energy isn't just about health. It's also about career growth. And that's the competitive advantage of sustainable high performance. You're not burning out, you're building momentum. Bottom line, your energy is your most valuable asset. You wouldn't run your phone on 20% per day, so why'd you run yourself on that amount of energy per day? Start with these small swaps and you'll finish every working day strong. For more strategies like this, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My link is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.